This is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good morning, I'm Katie Cook. Today is Sunday, May 17th. Here in Kentucky, Governor Andy Beshear did not hold a news conference yesterday, but provided a quick COVID-19 update on Facebook. The governor announced 244 new cases and 2 new deaths on Saturday. That brings the total number of cases in Kentucky to 7,688 and 334 deaths. So far, 2,768 Kentuckians have recovered from the virus. And in eastern Kentucky, the Pike County Health Department confirmed 2 new cases of COVID-19, a 78-year-old man who is asymptomatic and a 24-year-old man. There are now 27 cases in Pike County. And the Bell County Health Department confirmed the county's first case of COVID-19 Saturday afternoon. In a news release, they said a young boy had tested positive for the virus, and the mother of the boy who tested positive said her son is asymptomatic. The risk to the general public is low, and for more information on COVID-19 in eastern Kentucky, you can go to our website, WYMT.com. Former Kentucky First Lady Phyllis George has died of a blood disorder at the age of 70. The Lexington Herald-Leader reports George died on Thursday at the University of Kentucky Medical Center. George was the first woman sportscaster to cover NFL sports and later was a co-anchor of the CBS Morning News in 1985. She was also crowned Miss America in 1971. After 91 years, the first known Pikeville police officer to be killed in the line of duty is now being honored for his sacrifice. Alonzo Lon Robinson was killed responding to an illegal alcohol sale 91 years ago. Pikeville police officers decided to work on getting him some recognition on the National Memorial after attending the ceremony for Officer Scotty Hamilton last year. They say every officer who gives his life for the community has the right to have his story known.
Well, he gave that ultimate sacrifice so many years ago, and nobody knew to honor it. Captain Thompson, he was emotional about it, and he really set himself forward.
Robinson was honored during the national ceremony this week, which took place virtually. Kroger will be spending $130 million to say thank you to its employees for working during the pandemic. The company announced on Friday that the one-time payment to its workers is to acknowledge their dedication during this unprecedented time. As part of the thank you pay, full-time employees will receive an extra $400, while part-time associates will get half of that. The news comes after the company handed out hero bonuses during the months of April and May. Now let's check in with meteorologist Brooke Marshall for a look at your forecast this morning. Again, Brooke, it looks absolutely beautiful out there, and it looks like we have a nice summer-like day on our hands. I'm really looking forward to it.
You have that exactly right, Katie. It's going to feel exactly like summer today. We're going to see temperatures nice and warm, and we're also going to see just a few stray pop-ups, which is very much summer-like conditions. But let me go ahead and take you to these current conditions. If you look at our WYMT studio camera, you can see there's great conditions there. I mean, we're just seeing just these nice dry conditions this morning and a little bit of mix of sun and clouds. But these temperatures are already starting to warm up. A lot of us getting into those upper 60s now, and some of us even getting into those 70s. If you look over into Prestonsburg, they're already at 72 this morning. So actually really starting to warm up today, and these winds are coming out of the southeast, so they are going to be bringing in that nice warmer air and really warming us up for the afternoon hours today. We're going to be seeing temperatures getting into those mid 80s, so we'll actually be even a little bit warmer than we were yesterday, but we also do have a possibility to just see a few scattered showers with that as well. Going to be very similar to what we saw yesterday with that. However, I think these showers, if we do run into any, are going to be a little bit lighter than what we saw yesterday. But overall, it's going to be a pretty nice day, and you'll be able to get out and enjoy it. Katie?
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Brooke. Well, the coronavirus has drastically changed the way we celebrate big events, and no one is feeling that more than the class of 2020. Many big events celebrating their accomplishments have been canceled, including graduations. Krista Frost talked with EKU's interim president and a graduating senior about what their graduation changes have been like.
Good morning, and welcome to Eastern Kentucky University's College of Education Spring 2020 Commencement Ceremony.
It's not the graduation that we're used to seeing, but for Eastern Kentucky University grads, it's so much better than what some of their friends are going through.
Some of my friends that go to different universities, they haven't said anything about graduation. They canceled it and then they've moved on. So they haven't gotten their cap and gown. They haven't heard anything about a future ceremony. Just as of right now, it's just canceled. And it's really sad to get to see them have to go through that.
Some recognition at the end of a hard 4 years, as all administrators at EKU wanted to give their seniors. And while it's not what they had in mind for commencement, they say it's pretty unique.
I got to FaceTime some of my friends and still get to share that moment with the people that I would be sitting next to.
While waiting to see her face on the screen sitting right there with her family. This new virtual graduation even gave some a more personal experience they might not have had before.
We even have a ceremony we did in Spanish, and we have two Latino board members. We have a growing population of students, Spanish-speaking students on our campus, and so for the first time in my knowledge, we have some commencement remarks and a commencement opportunity for students who are Spanish-speaking only. So.
Giving students something special they'll never forget, at least not for a few months.
Early in August, it is our intention to have our spring graduates back on campus to have a ceremony just for them.
In Richmond, Krista Frost, WYMT Mountain News.
The interim president did get an invite to join a parade around one student's home in Lexington, and not only did he drive through, but handed her the diploma she worked so hard for. And North and South Laurel High Schools did something a little bit special for their graduating seniors yesterday. Laurel County Public Schools held a parade for the students, showing how much they appreciate their hard work. Parents and students decorated their cars, while friends and family stood on sidewalks waving, cheering, and holding signs to congratulate the seniors on a job well done. We caught up with a student from North Laurel High School, and she tells us why she enjoyed this final ride with her classmates.
I'm just really excited to be able to share this experience with my classmates, even though we may be in cars and I may not be able to see them all like face to face. I'm just glad that we get this little last moment together.
Laurel County Public Schools told WYMT in a statement, quote, "We saw vehicles decorated, heard laughter, saw a few tears shed, but most importantly, we saw smiles from our graduates. This day was about our graduates and celebrating their accomplishments," end quote. Horse racing is back here in Kentucky without spectators, though. It was opening day beneath the Twin Spires. Track officials say it's the first time in the 145-year history of Churchill Downs that a race was run without fans in the stands. The highlight of Saturday's opener was the return of Monomoy Girl, the 2018 Kentucky Oaks winner, making her first start since November of 2018 when she captured the Breeders' Cup Distaff. Her long-awaited return was a winning one, an $85,000 allowance victory in race number 4. Well, we've seen people get creative during the pandemic in a number of ways. One Lexington gym owner made a major change to keep his business alive. He packed up his equipment and is taking a bus to driveways, empty parking lots, and open fields for personal training while still social distancing.
When we're exercising, we're in a better mood, we're feeling good. And first and foremost, with COVID, it allows our immune system to be on 100.
Lewis says right now he's only doing personal training sessions, and he'll move toward group sessions as the governor allows. One Knott Central senior is taking home a prestigious award from the KHSAA. WYMT's Camille Gear has more.
This sound is one Hana Craft is used to.
8th grade was probably the hardest year because that was when you're learning the basics. So probably freshman year and then sophomore year it kind of took off, and that's really when I really had fun with it.
Earlier this week, Craft was recognized as the KHSAA Female Student Athlete Archer of the Year.
You would never think a girl from Eastern Kentucky that started at Emelina Elementary, that's, you know, it's just not where you think it would come from, so it's really exciting.
But that's not the only award she's won, including the 14th Region All-A Female Archer Champion.
In today's society, you know, that's kind of the thing. Boys do things better than girls. So I think that's nice to have, you know, something hanging over their head in archery.
And with her dad as her coach, it's a family affair.
It's really special to me, and not a lot of people can say that, you know, their dad has been their archery coach for 5 years. So I've definitely had a lot of memories and things that I would not change about him being my coach.
And of course, he couldn't be more proud.
I can't explain the feeling I had. I mean, to watch her, all the late practices, every competition, all the trips here and there, and to see her win it, it was just beyond any kind of words I can put together.
Showing everyone that with some hard work, anything is possible. In Knott County, Camille Gear, WYMT Mountain News.
Craft says she plans on coaching at the Emelina Elementary archery team. Well, the annual Kentucky Fish and Wildlife Elk Draw took place yesterday, but things looked a little different. The Mountain Arts Center hosted the event, which was streamed through a live feed. The lottery picked 600 applicants from a pool of thousands to see who gets the golden ticket to hunt elk this season. This fall marks the 20th anniversary of the Kentucky elk hunt, and organizers say offering this distraction during the pandemic is something they are proud to be a part of.
Take this crazy stuff off everybody's minds for a little bit and have some hope for them, and hopefully we'll have a lot of winners out there that are getting to watch it and celebrating right now.
Several of the names listed were from right here in Eastern Kentucky. Campbell says he loves seeing local people get a golden ticket. And we're learning more about the Louisville police officers involved in the deadly shooting of Breonna Taylor. Police got into a shootout with her boyfriend. She died in the exchange. Detective Brett Hankinson is said to have fired into the window of Taylor's apartment from the outside. He's involved in an unrelated federal lawsuit against the city. The suit accuses him of planting evidence and using excessive force. Coming up on Mountain News this morning, one of the countries hit hardest by COVID-19 was Italy. Now they are looking to ease restrictions for some of their most iconic landmarks.
Well, today is going to be nice and warm, but a big cool down is on the way. I'll let you know when that will arrive.